All right, gang, this is Alex Avian coming at you, and we're going to cover the Monumental Life Insurance Company's final expense product called Solutions. I've updated this product, and the advantages of Monumental Life final expense product is that you can cover someone all the way down to age 0. Most of our other final expense products start at age 45 or 50, and they don't cover anyone under those ages. Monumental Life allows us to cover someone from age 0 on. The other advantage with Monumental Life is they're very friendly to certain health conditions. They're kind of our go-to company for COPD, which stands for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, Parkinson's disease. They're also pretty friendly to diabetics also. So those tend to be the types of conditions that we'll put with Monumental Life immediately, because most other companies, final expense products, will put those kind of clients that I mentioned in a graded benefit type program, whereas Monumental Life will typically allow that person to have a full benefit program that's immediate right away. So I guess that's redundant, immediate right away. It's immediately available. All right, so let's cruise through this and give you some of the basics. The new Monumental product, new meaning that they've got two versions, 0 to age 44 and then 45 to 85 are the two age ranges that they cover with the new product. They're updating the older product in the other states except New York and Washington, but the new product's approved in all these states here that you can see. And this may be updated, so always check the latest information as this particular recording will be dated after a while. All right, so let's move on. These updates are effective March 18th, 2013, where you have higher face amounts for most ages on the immediate benefit and the 10-pay solution version of the product. So you can see ages 0 to 55, they can go up to 50,000, 56 to 65 to 40,000, 66 to 75 up to 30,000, and then 76 to 85, 25,000, which there was not a change in. And then the greater benefit product is maxes out at 25,000 as well. Other effective changes as of March 18th, there are two different applications now. An application for ages 0 to 44, and they now have height and weight questions for 0 to 44. Again, that's another advantage of Monumental. For 45 and 85, there are no height and weight restrictions. So that could be morbidly obese and still be able to get a product as long as they're ages 45 and above. They've also added questions regarding DUIs and felony convictions and incarcerations for 0 to 44. 45 to 85 has not changed. We have a new child and grandchild riders with conversion options on the immediate solution only, not the 10-pay. Premiums are adjusted but remain competitive. So they have changed since March 18th, the premiums. They've adjusted the premiums. Okay, some key features. The Monumental Solutions product is a whole life product. We usually write these on our final expense clients or clients for mortgage payment protection. The premiums are guaranteed, the death benefit is guaranteed, and the cash value is guaranteed cash value. You can write starting at age 0, issue age 0. It's a simplified issue, so it doesn't require any blood and urine testing. Most of these policies are issued in 72 hours, which rocks. There is an e-app available. You're going to have to keep checking because in some states the e-app is not available, others it is. They're rolling it out, so you have to check on the naleads.com website to see if the electronic app is available in your state. The application is pretty much a really easy yes-no application. The application will dictate which product you're eligible for. There are no telephone interviews, unlike CFG's final expense and the Forrester's final expense. No telephone interviews are required. Again, there's height and weight requirements for ages 0 to 44 only. Liberal underwriting, especially for diabetes and COPD. They're very friendly to diabetics and people with COPD. And they also have distinctions relative to preferred and standard rates for the full benefit products. So depending on how they answer the question, you can even get them a better rate than some of these other final expense products based on their health. The immediate solution full death benefit program, this is where their health is good enough that the death benefit's immediately available. Level premium stage 121, so they never increase their premiums. You can issue this 0 to age 85. The face amount is a minimum of 1,000, 25,000 to 50,000 maximum depending on their age. You have the preferred, standard, non-tobacco, and tobacco classes. There's an accelerated death benefit rider for terminal illness and nursing home at no additional cost. And then optional accidental death benefit, children and grandchildren benefit riders also available with the Immediate Solutions full death benefit program. The 10-pay solution, basically what 10-pay is, it sets up premium payments where they pay for the next 10 years. Then after 10 years is over, they pay no more payments, but during that entire period of time, while they're making payments and after, the death benefit is available on this 10-pay solution program. Again, they only pay for 10 years. Issue ages of 0 to 85, face amounts 1,000 minimum to 25 to 50,000 maximum depending on age. Again, you've got the preferred, standard, non-tobacco, and tobacco classes. You have the accelerated death benefit rider for terminal illness and nursing home rider at no additional cost. The Easy Solution return of premium death benefit. This is, and instead of immediate, this is the graded version of this product, okay? So that means their health situation is such that they can't qualify for the immediate benefit, so they get their money back. This is the graded benefit. So if they die in the first 2 years, they're going to get, the beneficiary receive the premiums plus 10% interest returned back to them tax-free as in the form of a death benefit. So it's still, again, a great deal because they don't have to qualify anymore for they qualify after 2 years for the full benefit, and then they get their money back plus 10%, which when you think about it, how many investments can you get a 10% guaranteed return of interest rate of return plus the fact that it's non-taxable. In Arkansas, Nevada, and Pennsylvania, the graded death benefit for non-accidental death is a little bit different. Instead of paying return of premium plus 10%, it pays 30% of the death benefit in year 1, 60% in year 2, and 100% in year 3. So it's a little bit different in how they pay back the death benefit. So that's actually really good there. Level premiums through age 121, issue ages 18 to 80. The max age in Pennsylvania is 70 for male and 76 for female. The face amounts go from 1,000 to 25,000. Unit smoke class means that smokers and non-smokers pay the same rate. Okay, accelerated death benefit rider for the immediate program and the 10-pay solution only. There's no extra premium paid for this. This is free. Pays up to 100% of the face amount upon diagnosis of a terminal illness where life expectancy is 12 months or less. And of course, 24 months in Texas, Georgia, Illinois, Massachusetts, and Washington. The accelerated death benefit with nursing home rider, which is not available in all the states. Again, no extra premium. The insured must be able to answer no to the nursing home question on the application regarding activities of daily living. Basically, they can't already have situations where they can't do activities of daily living. I'll show you that on the form. The insured requires continuous confinement in an eligible hospice or nursing home and they expect to remain there the rest of his or her life. And that's where the nursing home rider kicks in. Okay, part 5, not eligible for accelerated death benefit rider with nursing home if question is answered yes. So this is the question that determines if they can qualify for this or not for free. Does the proposed insured need any assistance from other persons in performing any activities of daily living, such as eating, bathing, toileting, dressing, taking medications, walking or moving in and out of bed or chair, or does the proposed insured have ongoing incontinence, or in the 2 years prior to the application, has a medical professional recommended that the proposed insured be confined to a nursing home? If they answer yes, that means they are not eligible for the nursing home option on the accelerated death benefit rider. If they answer no, then they are. Okay, riders, there is an accidental death benefit rider. You can issue it from 18 to 85. The coverage is the same amount as the base policy amount paid in the event of accidental death as defined in the rider. So basically it doubles the death benefit. The coverage is priced in increments of $1,000, available only on the immediate solution product, not the graded benefit product. Children and grandchildren benefit rider. I don't see a whole lot of these come through on this product. It's kind of interesting. It provides a level term insurance for children and grandchildren. You can't cover more than 9 children or grandchildren under the rider. This rider is only available on the immediate solution product, not the graded benefit. Issue ages of the parent or grandparent only, they have to be between 18 and 75. The children have to be between 15 days old and 17 years. The annual premium per child is $1,000 per child is $2. So if you want to get 10,000, that's $20. Minimum face amount is 1,000. Maximum face amount is the minimum of the base face amount, or $5,000. Face amount is the same for all children and grandchildren, so it has to be the same for everyone. It can be converted to a whole life policy by the child up to age 22 for a face amount equal to the rider amount. So if you have 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever it is, before the child turns age 22, they can convert it to their own whole life product that they can take over themselves. Otherwise, it terminates at the children or grandchildren's 25th birthday. They also have to be insured for 2 years under a rider to convert. So it's got to be 2 years in force, and then the child can convert it to their own policy. Again, they have the new application for age 45 to 85 only, and you can find out at the bottom of the form, issue ages 45 to 85. And then this is how they do it. They do it in parts. So in part 2, if any question is answered yes, the proposed insured is not eligible for any coverage. So any yes to these answers, there's no way that they can get into the program. Part C3, if all the questions are answered no, then proceed to C4. If one question is answered yes, they're eligible for the graded plan. If 2 or more questions are answered yes, they're not eligible at all. So if they check off 2 of these in Part C, you can't get them the product. It knocks them out. If they only answer yes, then we can do the graded benefit program on them. Okay? If they answered no, then we go on all these as well. Then we go to C4, and then C4 will determine whether it's a preferred rate, standard rate, or the graded program. So in C4, if they answer all no's, then we know that we can get them preferred rates. If they answer yes to 1, then they can get standard rates. And if we have 2 or more questions are answered yes, then they're eligible for the graded benefit program. And I'll show you how to run that software for this product. Now we have the application for 0 to age 44. Again, you can see at the bottom of the application, they vary quite a bit between the two. They still go by parts. Okay, so part C2, if there's any yes answer in part C2, you cannot submit this application. In part C3, For all questions answered yes, you got to give the details on the supplemental information page of the application. And then you have to make sure you use the underwriting guide to determine eligibility. Always use the underwriting guide to see if the client can fit into this product. Okay, so this has a lot of different medical questions there. There are very specific underwriting guidelines, again, for ages 0 to 44. You can see here, like for example, AIDS, decline, alcoholism, alcohol abuse, within 2 years of decline, recovery 2 to 5 years with no drinks graded, recovery 5 to 8 years where they have not had a drink preferred. So there's degrees here. Alzheimer's, dementia, memory loss, decline, amputation, decline, aneurysm, and the guide goes through alphabetically all the problems. So make sure you check that guide before you write someone from age 0 to 44. Remember, this is pretty much our go-to product for COPD, Parkinson's, and morbid obesity. Okay, and those are typically for 45 and above. Again, 0 to 44 is a little bit more restrictive in terms of underwriting. Tips to keep the business moving through to get issued. You must take the application in person. You must also obtain and witness all signatures. Any changes to the application requires the initials of the applicant and your initials. You got to answer all the questions. Make sure that the application is clear and the penmanship is good so that it's legible. Complete whatever replacement form is required for your state, whether or not a replacement is occurring for this product. Use of prescription medicine is being treated for a medical condition. So when you get to the question being treated for a certain condition or a group of conditions, treatment includes taking medication for that condition. So if you say in the last 2 years has a client been diagnosed, treated for, well, that treated for means taking medications for. Okay. When selecting the draft initial premium, you must provide the month and day of the initial draft. Again, there's two state-specific forms, 0 to 44 and 45 to 85. You must also submit the Accelerated Benefit Rider Disclosure Form, the HIPAA form, and any other state-specific forms like replacement forms or whatever for your state. After the sale, you must check your pending business on the website, agentnetinfo.com. Respond immediately to any issues so you can get your policy issued. Deliver the policy in person, or call the client to confirm the policy receipt if mailed and answer any other questions. We recommend you go to the client's house and go through the application or the policy with them so that you can increase your relationship with the client, and as well as make sure that policy is going to stay in that house, if you know what I mean. This website's a great website. Please register immediately when you receive your Monumental Life agent number. Print and order your supplies. This is where you check your pending to monitor resolve business requirements, where you track your compensation, etc. The software, yeah, they've got this new fancy software. We just recommend very simple calculator. This Monumental Solutions Premium Calculator and the Monumental Solutions Cash Value Calculator. Those are the only two calculators you really need for this product. Okay, so let's go there and check that out. So where do we go on the website? We go not to that, but we go to this. So when you log into anyleads.com, okay, you get to the website and you go to carriers, and then you go to Monumental Life. Hey. And you wait for it to come up. All right. So here's the information: commission structure, contact list, monumental fees, how to find pending reports, final expense, tip sheet, Monumental apps, forms, and information. So in order to get to the applications, forms, and information, you click on that, and then you log in to the AgentNet info, which let me see if I remember mine. Log in. Then you're on the AgentNet info page. Okay, So in order to get the forms, you click on Forms. You go to Forms Search. Okay, and this is how you download the forms. You go to New Business Underwriting. That's the applications. You pick Final Expense, and then just do the search. And it downloads, or it shows you the links for all the forms that you need. So you can see here, you got the application for the state of Ohio, 0 to 44, 45 to 85, the two applications here, the HIPAA form, the cover sheet that you need for both 45 to 85 or 0 to 44, military sales practice disclosure is required for active duty military, replacement forms, okay, whether you're replacing a policy or not, you need to fill these out. Terminal illness, accelerated death benefit disclosure, you're required to get those. So all these are already automatically pre-checked. And then these are the supplemental forms for your client. So you can see if your client has arthritis, avocation or aviation questionnaire. That means if they have any crazy avocations like rock climbing and motorcycle racing, aviation. If they have a problem with cysts, tumors, or cancer, diabetes, disability income rider questions, which we don't really do the disability income rider on this particular product. Drug questionnaire, final expense leave behind forms, foreign travel questionnaire, heart disease, high blood pressure, the life insurance buyer's guide, which you've got to leave with the client, mental health, depression, anxiety questionnaire, payroll deduction form. Actually, you can do Lispel with this. That's cool. A respiratory questionnaire, stroke, transient ischemic attack, TIA questionnaire, tobacco. So those are the additional questionnaires. I recommend you print out or order these up so you have a stack of all of these so that you can go to your car and pick out the forms that you need depending on the client's health. Then you can package and email all the selected forms to yourself. And there you go. So that's how you get the forms. Let's go back to the website. And let's download the software. Okay, so let's get the software. So the software, you click, stay on this website, you get the software, click on software, and the two calculators you need is the premium calculator, Monumental Solutions premium calculator, and the cash value calculator. You probably won't use that one that much, but if they wanted to know what the cash value was, you can use it. So click on Monumental Solutions Premium Calculator, and then this saves the spreadsheet. To your desktop. So save. I already saved it. So anyway, and then the cash value calculator, you save that as well. So those are the main two reasons to go to the website, to get the forms and to download the software. They also have other training information on there. Check your pending as well. So that's beyond the scope of our deal. And so the final expense information is right here under final expense. They have IUL as well, but the agent field manual, the product rate and underwriting guide, the final expense RX list. Let's take a look at that. This shows you the type of medications that would cause a decline for your client. So, depending on what they're taking, they're pretty hardcore on very specific medications. So you really got to know why they're taking a certain medication. And so you can see these type of medications here are declines, okay, because they usually mean something not good, a not good medication. And you can see that they're pretty straightforward as to what. So when you get the client's meds, bump it up against this chart so you know whether or not you can get the client covered. The tough thing is not checking it, and you're submitting it thinking you're okay, and then you get, just messes you up. So that's the RX list. premium rate guide. I guess you could, let's take a look at that. I use the software with calculating rates, but look, it appears that maybe the rate guide here. So oh, that's cool. So you can choose kind of the chart. You don't have to use the Excel spreadsheet. You can just pick off the amount of insurance and then the age range, and it shows you the monthly rate for that. I think maybe it's just as easy just to use the software because that's a large table, but that's another way to do it if you want to do it like that. Okay. State approvals shows you what states you can write this in. The final expense product training is what we went over just a few minutes ago, and so that's pretty much it. Other video training on pending reports, reducing the business cycle time, key underwriting questions on a Monumental app. I suggest that you listen to that. Additional underwriting information, and those are the main things right there. All right, gang. So that is it. Hopefully you have enough to rock and roll. Again, we use Monumental Life for morbid obesity, Parkinson's, COPD is our main reasons for using Monumental Life. All right, rock and roll, gang.